Hi, so just to give you a quick run through of how to use the NHS Near Me system. So on your own laptop using Google Chrome or using the iPads using Chrome or Safari, if you go to nhs.attendanywhere.com/login, you'll get to this page. And if I just put my details in, these are the passwords that should have been sent to you via email, and then sign in. This will take you to your waiting area. So I've got two because I've got the anaesthetics antenatal service, and I've also got ICU here. And then what I'll do now is I'll take you over to what it's like from the perspective of the patient or relative. So the patient or relative puts in the URL that you've given them, and that takes them directly to this page, and they can do a test call if they want to practice, but otherwise they just go to start video call, and then the computer will run through a few kind of checks just to make sure that whatever software or hardware they're using, whether it be their phone, laptop or tablet, is okay. So it checks the connection's okay. It does a quick speaker check. Hello, and then checks the microphone, and then it makes sure that the video is okay. And then it asks them for some basic details, and none of these details are stored. For the purposes of this, I'll just put my own details in. And that's just so that you can see in your waiting room who it is that's trying to call you. Then I click continue and start call. So they'll then be told that they're in the ICU queue, and they're essentially just in a virtual waiting room now. So I'll take you back to the clinician side so you can see what it's like from their perspective. So on my screen as a clinician, in my waiting areas, you can see that I now have one person waiting to be seen. So I can just click on my waiting room and it tells me who's there. So it says Michael Stallard's waiting to be seen. You may have a situation where you have more than one relative, and you can click on whoever you want to speak to first and then say join call. And there at the other end will hopefully be the relative that you're going to speak to, and you can speak to them as normal. So I can just have a conversation like this, or if I move the mouse, I'll get some options to do some additional things. So there's a chat box here if I want to type the name of anything in, if the patient hasn't understood you, or if you want to give them a website URL or something like that, you can send them a text box. I can turn the microphone on and off there. I can turn the video on and off here. This box here allows me to share things from my screen with them. So some results, for example. So you can either open up a different application, which might be something like PACS, or you can show them a tab from Chrome. So for example, if I share this tab that I have of an x-ray, then that will appear on their screen and my screen, and we can both talk about it. So if you wanted to share some clinical results or something like that, you could potentially do that this way. To stop sharing that, I come up and press stop. And go back to my normal screen. This button down here allows me to transfer the call. I've never had to do that. This one down here is reasonably interesting. This is the option to add anybody else to the chat. So if relatives are in different places, which might be the case during isolation, for example, you can send a link to join into this chat via either email or you can send a link to their phone by putting in their mobile phone number. So if you ask them for the mobile number of somebody they want to join in the chat, then it sends them a text message and they can join in. So this is the message they would get on their screen, on their phone, and if they want to join in, they can click that link, and it will become then a video conversation with an additional picture box in it with them joining in as well. So you can add in more than one person if you want to. And that's all there is to it, really. It's pretty intuitive, it's very easy to use, and that's all I really know about it. So try it out. I can do a test call with you if you want to, just so you can get a feel for it before you use it in anger. Okay, that's all. So I'll just click end call here, and end the call for everyone. And that's it. Okay, thanks.